Hello, FlutterFlow developers, hello friends, and welcome to APIxFlow YouTube channel. My name is Andrei, and today we will talk about very interesting topic. This is answer to question from our few customers, from our few partners, developers who use APIxFlow to connect FlutterFlow with Google spreadsheet, with Google Sheets, and what is actually a question we try to answer today is how you can query data from Google spreadsheet and apply multiple filters, how you can filter data using multiple different conditions. So we actually in APIxFlow we introduced a way how you can very easily filter data from Google spreadsheet using multiple criteria. So if you build some application based on FlutterFlow and Google spreadsheet, this video will help you easily achieve this feature, easily solve this task, how to filter Google spreadsheet data using a few filters. So in this video, we will build very simple demo where I will query tasks from my Google spreadsheet document and will show them in simple list. And I will allow my users to filter this list by two criteria, by work type and by status. So I have my Google spreadsheet here. As you can see, it contains few records, and I have my APIxFlow account here. So I start with creating a new project in APIxFlow, and I select the Google Sheets as a service I want to connect, and let's name it Google Sheets search. Okay, so we create our new project. Next, I need to connect my Google spreadsheet. So here I need to put my name. Let's name it my tasks, and I will use next. What I need to do, I need to create sharing link. So I need to share my document to anyone with link. And if you don't need to send data to Google spreadsheet, you can use viewer access. I will use editor access, and you need to copy this link, paste it here, and save this connection. So now I select my tasks connection, and I have here access to settings, to additional settings. I can see that my document, my spreadsheet contains two tabs. It's my awesome project and commerce project. This is some sample spreadsheet I use for demo application. So I select my awesome project for access, and e-commerce project. I can allow access to all tabs, or I can select which tab I want to provide access to. I will select only my awesome project. And next, I will disable this option. I don't need it. And my document contains header row. So I publish my project. Now, when I published my project, I can download Open API definitions. I download in Open API definitions. And now I go back to FlutterFlow. I go to API calls section and click import Open API button. We'll upload a file, select file here, open, and here we have our actions to access Google spreadsheet. Let's go back to APIxFlow and copy this authorization header. This is a security measure, so we will add this authorization header here to be able to query data from our project, from our Google spreadsheet. So next, what we can do, we can actually do queries and query data from our Google spreadsheet. So as you can see here, we have different options, and already these options includes names of my columns from Google spreadsheet. What I will advise you, if it's not against your some internal needs, it's better if your headers in document will be same case or lowercase and without spaces. But if this if it happens that you can have some names with some format and etc., then APIxFlow will simplify the names during data transfer. So you will see here something like this. They will be replaced. All spaces will be removed, and it will be lowercase name. So you will see here names in lowercase. So now, for example, we can try to search our data by work type. For example, we will use management, and I click test API call, and it returns me only data that contains management work type. As you can see, I here have 8 records and I received only 2 records. So in such way, we can request data from Google Spreadsheet by some particular field. And if we will use, for example, here another filter, as you can see here, I have completed an in progress status. Now I test my API call. And I have only one record which satisfy both conditions, management and completed. I have only one record. So that's how filter work, and that's how you can achieve this result, to search by multiple fields. Let's continue with our demo. So what I will do next, I copy this data and I will create a data type. Let's click create data type from JSON or button here, and I will name it task, and let's put this JSON here, and I have generated data type. Now I can use it for my API call. So I go back to API call and will select that my response is data type, it's task, and this is a list of tasks. So I save these changes, and now my data will be parsed to task data type to list of tasks. And let's go back to our page. Let's go back to our interface where we will bind our data to our list view. So we have our list view, and here we will go to data backend query, and we'll add a new query. We will select API call here, our API group, and list my awesome project rows. And next we will set some variables. So we will set these variables, but we will do it a little bit later. So for now, we will leave it as it is. And next, what we will do, we will generate dynamic children from our response as data type, no further changes. And let's name it as tasks. Save. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have this preview, and now we can bind all our fields to our UI elements. So we will use here tasks item, data structure field ID to bind this. Here we will have our data structure field, duet, for example. Here we have our work type, data structure field, work type, and here we will have our status, data structure field, status. So let's name it status. So this will be shorter, and let's name it here work type. Okay. So it will be more visual, more acceptable visual structure. So as you can see, now we have this structure built here, and let's now discuss how we will connect actually these filters to filter our data. So what we need to do what we need to do, we have few choices how we can manage this like state of our data query. But I actually prefer, you can directly, for example, for your data query, you can directly set variables. For example, work type, you can select here widget state, drop down one. Drop down one, I believe, is my work type. Let's rename it. Let's name it work type. And here we will have status. Okay, so I have work type and status now. But so we can bind here our work type to a widget state, work type, or status, and etc. But my approach usually is to do a little bit different stuff. I prefer to create page state variables. So in this case, I will create variable called work type filter, and let's say it's string, and for example, it's nullable string config. Okay, and now we will bind our list view to this work type and page state variable work type filter. So we will bind our list to page state variable. And now when we change, when we select a new value in this select, we will also set update page state, work type filter, set value, widget state, work type. And we want after this to refresh database request list view, because we changed value of our variable, and after this we want to require our backend API to refresh records here. And same with status. We will create a new page state variable. We will call it status filter. It will be type string. It's nullable, and we save it. And now for our backend query, here we'll set new variable status. It's page state status field. Okay, and now when here we select a new value, we will add action state management update page state status filter, set value, widget state status, and now we want to refresh our database request for list view widget. You can see how it goes, so you can see how logic is applied. Now when we change our filters, database query API call will be refreshed, and data will be refreshed in this widget here in our list view. So everything is ready. Let's see how it works. Let's run test for our application. So my uploaded, and we have here a full list of my tasks, and now we can try to use filters. For example, let's filter it by development tasks. You can add some animations here, like some loading animations and etc. if required, because sometimes when it search values in bigger list, you can have some delays, definitely. And now if we will select, for example, status plant, we will see only this task. So we have only one task filtered from all list. So this is how multiple filters can be applied, and definitely there can be much more filters. There can be like very big amount of filters. Just keep in mind to keep your UI of your application simple and sophisticated, so not overload it with different filters that will be hard to understand from a user side. So you can very easy filter data from Google Spreadsheet in FlutterFlow very fast, connected with very simple approach to APIxFlow API. And I hope this video will help you to make your applications even better, even more powerful, even more beautiful. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.